What's going on, guys? You're back again on another MLB The Show 19 Diamond Dynasty video. Today we are going to be talking about the second inning program once again. I'm going to be going through all the lines of it and seeing who you guys should be picking alongside your gold picks, your diamond picks, and then finally your boss choice between either Miguel Cabrera, Vladimir Guerrero, or signature Madison Bumgarner. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Of course, the second inning program is a follow-up to the first inning program. Recently, earlier today, I actually did release a video on how you guys can complete this fast and efficiently and also make a good amount of stubs off it, so that will be linked in the top right hand corner. Highly suggest that you go ahead and check that video out. But of course, getting into what exactly is in the second inning program, it's going to work a lot like the first inning program. It is still going to require 300 program stars to earn the boss players, the choice of the 3 boss players, and then there is also levels past that to earn extra stubs, XP, and other loot. So even once you complete your boss, I would definitely recommend still, be doing the moment challenges when they come out, because remember, there will be new moments that come out every week, so I definitely recommend that you guys get on that. Besides, they all also have a good amount of XP, and you guys know how important XP is. But of course, the first thing doesn't really care. These I just want to mention quickly. I believe the quick sell for these are 1,000. So if you're not interested in these, definitely go ahead and sell them, because these are not a non-sellable item. Definitely make sure to sell these. Personally, I'm not that into having specialized batting stances. I do like the bat skins, I'm not gonna lie, but sell those for 1,000. Definitely recommend that you guys do that. I don't think this is sellable. You get a pack right here. And then finally, we get onto our first pack, which, I mean, this is a gold pack. You might think, what's really the big deal? But it is still a gold pack. Of course, you can always, if you don't want any of them, you can just see who goes for the most amount of stubs. Pick that one, and then just go ahead and sell it. But based on their stats, personally, the best one I think you guys can pick is probably going to be this Alex Colomé right here. Completely unbiased as well as a Rays fan, but an 83 gold for a reliever is pretty decent. He has a fastball, cutter, curveball, and a changeup. 106 pitch clutch. If you guys don't know, pitch clutch actually reduces a PCI when they have batters on base, so it will be a little bit harder for them to score runs. It negates their batter's clutch. He has 86 hit 9, 91 K9, 72 walk 9, 91 break, 79 velo, but he does throw that fastball up around 96, 97, so definitely can get some good velocity right there. And then pretty good cutter and curveball, like I said, good amount of pitches. Otherwise, I don't think any of these other cards are too great. I mean, Brandon Crawford is pretty much the best defensive shortstop, some of the best defensive stats you're going to find in the game, other than like Andrelton Simmons, but his hitting really isn't there. And this Steve Garvey's all right. 90, 80 contact, 50, 65 power, 84 fielding, 58 speed. Honestly, Alex Colomé probably the only one that most of you guys would have room for in your lineup. I'm assuming you have better players than even this Steve Garvey, because personally, I'd rather have Joey Gallo than this Steve Garvey, to be completely honest, and he's probably going to go for a little bit less even too. So moving on to something a little bit more interesting, we have our first diamond pack, and right here there are a couple pretty good options. Personally, this Ryan Zimmerman I would not go with, just because he just looks average. I mean, there's nothing that he's bad at, but there's nothing that he's really good at. 84, 71 contact, 78, 60 power, 72 vision, pretty good defense, 86 fielding, 72 reaction, 81 arm strength, and 56 speed. That's decent, but I think there is definitely better options. In my opinion, the 2 best guys that you can go for are AJ Pollock if you want a hitter. He does have 90, 97 contact, so definitely approaching the 100 mark right there. 53, 58 power. That's not going to hit a lot of home runs, but it could hit a few. And you guys know, with the gameplay this year, it is obviously different than it was last year. Contact hitters like AJ Pollock, they will be striking line drives, so even though they might not be clearing the fences, they still can hit that pretty hard and get some good velocity on it. 85 vision is definitely pretty good, 85 fielding as well, 78 reaction. His defense is good, the only thing is his arm is not that great, so maybe you put him out in left field where arm strength really isn't such a big deal, because in right field and center field you have to make throws across to third base, and home. Left field, you still have to make the throw to home, but that throw to third base isn't as far. So left field is usually a good spot for people that don't have the best arm strength. But then he does have 73 speed and 82 stealing as well, so he is a pretty good base runner. I've liked AJ Pollock cards in the past. I think they usually did have a little bit more power, so they probably did nerf him a bit. But nonetheless, I think he is pretty good. But if you want a pitcher, I think this Francisco Liriano is definitely a good option as well. I know a lot of people probably didn't get to try out this card last year because he is the team epic and it took 200 innings innings pitched, which is about 20 plus games, which is a lot of damn time. So a lot of people didn't try out this card last year, but he has 4 pitches, a slider as his primary. So if you guys don't know, the way gameplay changed this year, if your primary pitch, you can relatively spam that and get away with it. If you try to throw that changeup every single pitch, you will be more likely to hang it, but if it is your slider, that is your dominant pitch, so you should pretty much be good right there. He has 99 breakout that slider, and he throws it about possibly to 90 miles per hour, definitely a wipeout slider. 96 or so on that 4-seam fastball, 92 K9, 82 hits per 9. 61 walk 9 is not the best, but it definitely can get the job done. 75 control. A lot of people have liked this Liriano card in the past. I think they used him in 17. I think he was pretty good, so I think you guys should definitely try him out. So I would recommend these two, but if you guys don't have any room or any care for any of these cards, just whoever goes for the most. I think right now Liriano does go for the most amount of stubs, and you can just look at that and sell them. So of course, before you open that pack, it is important to remember it is not like Madden Ultimate Team where you could back out of the pack. You have to choose right then and there. So I would recommend before you open that, see who goes for the most on the market, and then pick that if you are looking for the most amount of stubs. Once again, this bat skin, you can sell it, so if you do not want it, make sure to sell it. I know a lot of people are inventory junkies and simply just sit on so many stubs, and that is always something important to do. Look through your inventory, see what you can sell, and get it out of there. I definitely think that is a good idea. Here you get a Ballin as a Happy Pack, which you get a guaranteed gold player, something pretty interesting. Maybe you'll pull something good out of that. But finally, we have something really interesting here, and that is our 3 boss pack. Personally, I'm going to rank these best possible, second best, and then the worst possible. I'm going to start with third. I'm going to say Vlad is the guy that you do not want to take, or at least in my opinion, I think he's the least good out of these 3. The reason for that is his fielding is a little bit low at 68 and 67, fielding and reaction. His arm strength is really good, but if you guys have ever noticed on those, I don't know if the difficulty really matters, but he will sometimes get a slower jump to the ball, which can definitely be detrimental, and he only has 63 speed, so he's not going to cover that much ground, and he is limited. He can only play the corner outfield spots. If you try to put him in center field, you will get a quite substantial defense retraction on his attributes. He does have really good hitting stats, so I do not want to negate that from him. 101, 105 contact, 111 power versus lefties, so he is a lefty killer. 72 power versus righties is not, you know, a tremendous amount, but it definitely is a good amount, can hit some home runs. Then 91 vision as well. This card is really good, I'm not going to lie. I just think the other 2 are a little bit better, which leads Miguel Cabrera to be my second option right here. Looking at his defense first, you guys can see this is a third base card. Of course, this is when Prince Fielder was with the Tigers and he was over at first base, so Miggy had to move over to third. I always wonder about this card because this is his Triple Crown year, and I refuse to believe that this is all his stats end up being. When there's cards that never, I don't know, just in my opinion, I think his stats should be a little bit better. But his fielding, 73, 64 reaction, 76 arm strength, is average for a third baseman. It's not going to be great, but it's not going to be horrible. It's just going to be average. Obviously, if you put him at first base, going to have a little bit less stats, but I think he's pretty good at first base as well. But Miguel Cabrera cards always hit. A lot of people like his batting stance. 101, 92 contact, 102, 77 power, 82 vision, 102 batting clutch. He only has 32 speed, which is obviously not that good, but I just think this card is really good. I have used Miguel Cabrera cards in the past, and they just hit really well. So I think this card is going to be something that you are interested in. It really depends, really, what you want. Personally, I probably would say Miggy is more towards my second pick, because my outfield is stacked. I have Tony Gwynn, I have Ichiro. If you don't have a really good outfield, maybe Vlad is your pick. It really depends on your situation. You need an infielder, a corner infielder, Miguel. If you need an outfielder, specifically a corner outfielder, Vlad is your pick. But nonetheless, none of them pale in comparison to Mr. Signature Madison Bumgarner, at least in my opinion. He is, of course, the sexy pick. He is 98 overall, the highest one of the 3, and he is the only signature card. So that clearly is going to set alongside a lot of eyes off right away. But he has 113 stamina, 93 hit 9, 103 K9, 96 walk 9, 89 control. A lot of times I have trouble hitting, you know, I'll hit my meter, but the pitch doesn't go where I want it to go because they have low walk 9 or control. That theoretically shouldn't be much of a problem with Bumgarner. 85 home runs per, or 84 home runs per nine as well, is going to help. You guys know, especially on those higher difficulties, home runs per nine is going to really help you not give up so many home runs, which is very important, especially once you start facing the goons on the higher difficulties. But he is a lefty. Some people don't like lefty pitchers. However, I think they are a lot better than last year. He throws a fastball, cutter, curveball, changeup, and a slider. His fastball can hit 96 miles per hour, so he's not going to blow you away, but he's definitely no slouch, and he's not just going to, you know, toss them in as well. He has 99 break, which I think is in large part due to that curveball and slider. I know they definitely are nasty pitches. So I just think this Bumgarner is really good. And then there's his hitting stats, which are phenomenal for a pitcher. 63, 65 power, 39, 31 contact. He could legitimately hit some home runs for you. I've seen people hit no doubter at home runs with people that have no business hitting home runs. I don't know exactly who I'm talking about, but they had no hitting stats as a pitcher. He's got 63, 65 power. That's pretty damn good. We were just talking about Vlad's 71 power. He has 65 power versus lefties. Definitely something to think about. And, you know, you got to think about it. Pitchers are almost like designated hitters. Almost, because they do take up a hitting spot this year. There is no designated hitter in Diamond Dynasty, so he is going to get in a bat. The only thing about starting pitchers is you only get them 1 out of 5 times, but I still think starting pitching is important to build up. And personally, as someone who oftentimes just puts that to the side, I definitely think Bumgarner is the pick. Miguel Cabrera is my second favorite pick, and then Vlad is my third. Of course, that does not say that Vlad is bad. I just think that personally, Bumgarner is the best option, and then for my needs, Miguel Cabrera, I could probably put him at first, and he would get some work and some play in there. But I think that is going to do it for this video. Once again, I would encourage you guys in the top right hand corner, see my video on how you guys can complete this fast and efficiently and make quite a damn few stubs on it as well. Definitely should check that out. But if you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, let me know down below in the comments section. Let me know who you guys are going to pick out of those 3. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like down below. Hope you guys are great today. And there you guys, what's up? Yeet.
Love is love, and hate is hate. To die is an awesome adventure, and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the glory.